Alright, welcome back, and today I want to talk about the S.H.Figuarts Marvel Avengers Endgame Hawkeye, also known as Clint Burton. So, Barton. Clint Barton? Clint Barton. Yeah, I believe that was that's his actual name. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy's accessories, and then we'll get into the figure. And this should be a pretty quick review because he doesn't come with a whole lot of stuff, but the stuff he does come with is really cool. All right, so starting off, I want to take a look at his quiver with the arrows that are in the back. And yeah, as far as paint, we have some nice gold going on here at the top, and then down here at the bottom, we have some gold, along with the silver as far as the arrowheads for when they actually screw on, because we know there's mechanics inside this quiver to where he can actually change the different arrowheads because he has the trick arrowheads in there. And then you can see all the flinches and the knocks are nicely painted on the actual arrow itself. And then you can see some nice detail in this quiver. Yeah, S.H.Figuarts did a nice job with this, very nice. And then you have your peg on the back of this quiver to plug into Hawkeye's back, which I'll show that off in a little while. But yeah, no, really cool. I like the way they did it. Yeah, you can see all the arrows going all the way through, all the way down, like I said before, plus all the little detail. So yeah, very nicely done with the quiver and the arrows and just everything all, nothing comes out, but in general, they did a really nice job with this. All right, so let's take a look at his hand. So he has one gloved hand that is open, and then he has a gloved hand in the fist formation, and then another one with the finger protector and everything on the back of his wrist, and then that's in also a fist as well. And then he has the actual arrow holding hand itself, and then he has his oh no, I'm sorry, I apologize, this is an open hand with the finger guards on it. This is the archer hand where he holds the arrow. And this here, I do believe this round piece that is on actually connects to the mechanics on his wrist in his suit, to where he can turn, he hits it and it actually switches in the quiver to the different arrows. But yeah, that's the arrow gripping hand. And they did a very nice job with that. Next, I want to take a look at the different head sculpt. So this head sculpt looks just like Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner. Yeah, very nice. He has a side-eye look, and that's done for a specific reason. But that looks just, that's amazing. This head sculpt is amazing. It looks just like him. All the way to the haircut. The paint, the color, everything is nicely done on this head sculpt. Now, the reason why he has the side-eye look is for when he's firing off the arrows, for when he's drawing back with the bow, and he's actually looking down the line of the arrow. So that, you're not going to be looking straight when you look down the line of an arrow. You're actually kind of looking off to the side, following that arrow, because you want to, that's how you're going to line it up for where it's going to go. But very well done. The detail, the eyes, the hair, the facial hair on the face, even the brow, the wrinkles on the eyes, on the forehead, nicely done. Beautiful work. S.H.Figuarts has knocked it out of the park again. All right, so this figure comes with two different bows. So here is another gripping hand that he has that is gloved. I forgot about these already having hands on the bow themselves to actually hold it. So here's his bow, and it is strung, and it has all the nice little details on there. And I do believe some of these also he can click, and it will change also with the quiver. It will change stuff as well. Yeah, they did this for a reason, because of the fact that probably you would break it trying to get him to hold it, so it's just easier to just snap the whole fist on. But as far as the bow is just casted in black along with the string, and very nicely done. The glove is nicely painted, and you can see his hand underneath all the way to the back. of the glove itself. Actually, that's the bottom of the glove. I apologize, because the other one's just a bare hand. This is the gloved hand. But yeah, this is very, very, very cool. Coming in, we have his second bow, and this bow here actually has the arrow and it's drawn back, and it has the gloved hand on it as well, and everything's nicely painted. So you have the arrow itself along with the tip that is painted silver, along with some tan or gold on the back of the wrist there, and then, or back of the hand there, and then you have the tan of the glove on the bottom as well, just like on the other one. And this bow is also casted in black, and then once again, it's just easier to just peg this on to him, which I will show off in a little bit. That way nothing's getting broke. But I think that's really cool that they did this, that they added this in for an accessory, so that way you have it. I mean, most of the time, the bows or the weaponry are just made big and gaudy and weird looking, and this one is done really nice. So really, really well done to the designers at S.H.Figuarts who have done this. Now moving on to the actual figure itself. Now here is the other head sculpt. It's just a straight on look on of the figure. Very well done. Once again, nicely done on the shaved parts of the head, the color of the hair, the texture, everything, all the way down to, like I said, the brow look right here on the forehead and the eyes. And yeah, I mean, S.H.Figuarts is really getting these figures to look good. I mean, I have to say it, they're blowing Hasbro's Marvel Legends out of the park when they do these head sculpts. These are spot on. And Hasbro's, I'm not knocking them. They do a fantastic job with getting those head sculpts, but you compare this head sculpt to the Hawkeye that's coming out, the newer one, and yeah, you're gonna see that you get a better Jeremy Renner head sculpt here than you are there. But then again, you're also paying more for this S.H.Figuarts figure, but it's well worth it. Very well worth it. All right, so let's get into taking a look at the rest of the paint on this actual figure. So you have some gold going here on the collar, and then you have the gold here on the clip, the actual strap clip here, and then down here you have some silver on the part of the strap. You have some more silver here, and moving your way to the back, there's your peg hole for the actual quiver. So this is the belt that actually holds his quiver on him. You have some gold going across the back here. We have some details, some nice detail on his actual shoulder pads. Moving down the armor, you have his zipper. You have some gold on the sides, and then you have some pouches. This actually looks kind of like a radio on this side, because it looks like it has an antenna right there. Oh no, that's part of his suit underneath. Okay, so then you have this here and this here. I don't know what they are, but they could probably be like clips or something else to add, probably clips to add to the crossbow that's on his arm. But then moving down his arm, since we're talking about the arms, you have some clips for the straps for the armor on the actual uniform here. And then moving down to his forearm, we have some gold on the wrist, gold on the back of the hand, some more gold here on the actual body, and there is some texture in here. There's some nice texture going on there. Very nice. Very nice. And moving down to the actual knee pads, well, I mean down the legs, I should say. Then we have some more buckles that are actually painted, which most of the time they're just painted in black. But that's nice that S.H.Figuarts actually takes the time to actually paint these and gives a lot more detail to the actual figure. And then coming down to the knee pads, you can see the detail and the texture in that knee pad, and then the gold trim going around the sides, more buckle paintage. And then moving down to his boots, we have some more gold paint on the boots, and then down to the boots themselves. On the back of the leg, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is his extra bow. It's a collapsible bow. This does not remove out of here. This does not come out. But it's cool that they added this, because he always carries an extra bow, collapsible bow, and then right there it is. And then the bottom of his boots, look at that. I mean, they went all the way as far as putting the texture on there. Nice boot tread on the bottom. Very well done. Very well done. Now moving on over here, because I didn't show this off right away, on this side of his left arm, he has a crossbow, and that's what I believe these are for. These are cartridges that, you know, probably go into the crossbow itself. And you can see all the little tiny arrows that he has there. So that's really cool that he has that. And then you have, like I said, the controls. And this might have been part of the time, you know, when they did time heist, time travel unit. That's what that might be also. But I thought it was a control for this and for his quiver. I could be wrong, but if anybody really knows what this is here, leave it in the comment down below, because it doesn't, you know, go all the way around. It just goes right here to, you know, his archer hand, you know, the hand where he draws back on the bow. All right, so give me a second and we'll get into some articulation. All right, now getting into the articulation of this figure. All right, so let's take a look. Can he look up? So looking up, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So considering that the back of the head sculpt stops him right there, that's actually not too bad of a look up. And then can he look down? He can look down pretty far, which is actually quite nice. And then he can look side to side, and then he has plenty of head tilt. Moving down to the shoulders, he has that armor there. He can get out to a nice T pose right there. He does have a little bit of a butterfly hinge inside the arm there to move, and his arms will move all the way around to get him to move. Now moving down to the elbow, he has a single jointed elbow. That's it, just single jointed elbow. And then he has his wrist rotation, and then his wrists move side to side, not up and down. Now this hand over here, the arrow holding hand moves up and down. So that's actually pretty cool. And then moving down to the torso itself, he has his crunch there. And then down below, because of the uniform right there, it kind of hinders it a little bit, but that's as far as you're getting him on an ab crunch. Moving down, so he does have an upper torso swivel, and then he can turn side to side at the hips as well. Moving down to the actual legs, his leg can move forward, it can move backward, and they can move out. That's about as far as he can do the splits. But once again, you're probably not going to have him doing a whole lot of stuff, even though he is a highly trained person, soldier, whatever you want to call him. This character is highly trained. He knows plenty of martial arts and everything, so he should have a lot of articulation to be able to move. Just like Natasha, she should have been made to where she can get into some really cool poses as well. But moving down, enough of that, but moving down to the knee, he's single jointed in the knee, and then coming down to, oh, I forgot, he has his upper thigh swivel as well. And then moving down to his ankle articulation, he can pivot side to side. His toe hinge, his foot hinge can move forward that much, and then can move back that far. And then he has his toe hinge, which then you can create that ball of foot. All right, so give me a few seconds. I'm gonna get this guy into a couple poses for you guys, so that way you can see him holding his other stuff along with. And real quick, since I have him here, here's the peg hole, here's the peg. You just take this and you just gently, if I can do it on camera, gently push it in, and there you go. There he is with his quiver on his back, so that way you can see. But I'm going to put like the alternate head on him along with the other bows, you know, and show those off. That way you can see what he looks like with that stuff, and then we'll do a couple comparisons because I have a couple figures out, and we'll end the review. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the poses that I got him in and got to see how the accessories work with the alternate head and everything with this figure. Let's get into doing a couple comparisons. I have a couple people out. Let's do a couple comparisons and let's end this review. Here's how he compares to Anti-Eternia He-Man. And here's how he compares to his bestest, goodest friend, Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the comparisons that I had there. Those are the only figures that I have out to do any comparisons with to this guy here. And as you can see, the S.H.Figuarts Black Widow and Hawkeye go together perfectly. Perfectly. They're both wearing almost the same exact type of armor. Because like I said, they're the bestest good of friends. So, guys, with this figure here, I just want to give a shout out to my wife. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This was one of my other Father's Day figures that she had gotten me, Black Widow and Hawkeye. So thank you to her for that as well. Just like I thanked her in the Black Widow video, I'm thanking her again here. Thank you so much. So that's it. I mean, listen, if it wasn't for Hawkeye, well, they would never have been able to have, you know, defeat Thanos, because he's the one who ended up finding the gauntlet, right? When he was down after everything got kind of whatever, it was him who got it there and then got it out and about. Yes, he had to hand it off, but yet he is a big part of the team, and it's cool what S.H.Figuarts has done here with these face sculpts and these figures. Fabulous work is being put out by this company. And yeah, I mean, yeah, some of them have better articulation than some, but once again, it is the way that they're made, and it all depends on, you know, exactly the type of functionality that the character does. That's my opinion on that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't checked out the Black Widow video, please go check it out. I put it up before I put this one, so go check it out. And I just want to thank everybody for subscribing and sharing and watching. So please, let me say it correctly, please like, subscribe, share, and always leave a comment down below and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything that I'm putting up. And as always, I will catch you all on a flippity flip.